I want to thank Mr. President for his hospitality. We had a good discussion this morning for the G7 here,
Yeah.
and for the third year of this war in Ukraine. And I think our common objective clearly is to build peace and a solid and long-standing peace.
Convince Vladimir Putin to accept the European troops as peacekeeper, would you think?
Yeah, he will accept that.
He will accept
I've asked him that question.
You talked to him?
I've asked him that question.
He said yes?
going to lift the block on the
Because he's not, look, if we do this deal, he's not looking for more war. He doesn't mind, but I've specifically asked him that question. He has no problem with
Mr.
it.
President, are you thinking of going to Moscow soon, maybe in May for the 9th of May for the...
I mean, not soon, but I would be certainly, if this all gets settled out, which I think it will, sure, I would go there, sure. And he'd come here, too.
On the 9th of May on the Red Square?
I don't know, the 9th of May, no, I don't, I think that's pretty soon. But no, at the appropriate time, I would go to Moscow. I think the war could end soon.
How soon?
Within weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah, I think so, right? Don't you think so? I'd like to have you, I think we could end it within weeks if we're smart. European troops may go into Ukraine as peacemakers. So when the agreement is done, they can watch that everything's followed properly. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And a lot of the European countries, I think, I don't want to speak for France, but I know that the president's talked about doing that also. I think that'll be a very good day when we can go in as peacekeepers as opposed to what's going on right now with everybody being killed.
Will France support the U.S. being compensated?
I support the idea to have Ukraine first being compensated, because they are the one to have lose a lot of their fellow citizens and being destroyed by these attacks. Second, all of those who paid for could be compensated, but not by Ukraine, by Russia, because they were the one to aggress.
Again, just so you understand, Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total effort, and it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money, to be clear. We have 230 billion frozen assets in Europe, Russian assets, but this is not as a collateral of a loan, because this is not our belonging. So they are frozen. If at the end of the day, in the negotiation we will have with Russia, they're ready to give it to us, super. It will be loan at the end of the day, and Russia would have paid for that.
If you
This is my
believe
wish.
that, it's okay with me.
Mr. President.
But they get their money back, we don't, and now we do.